What is up, guys? My name is Tyler and welcome to episode number 7 of my FIFA 16 Road to Glory with Swindon Town. We're going to go ahead and start off this episode with a bit of training, and while we're doing so, if you guys go ahead and drop a like for me, that would be absolutely awesome. 70 likes is going to be the goal for this episode. It seems to be kind of the norm that you guys are hitting on this series right now, and if you guys can surpass that, I wouldn't be upset with that either, so please be sure to drop a like. But not a bad way to start off the episode with 4 C's and 1 B. Pulisic and Harry Winks going up in their ratings. Yes, I did just pronounce Pulisic differently than I usually do. It's Pulisic. Actually, the other day, I believe 3 days ago now, as I'm recording this at the time, he did make his US men's national team debut, and he did tell reporters and, announcers how you actually pronounce his name, and he kind of has the Americanized version, Pulisic, rather than Pulisic, how you normally pronounce it in his heritage of Croatia. That's how you pronounce it, but his family decided to Americanize it and pronounce it Pulisic. It's kind of the same thing with Lewandowski, for example. You pronounce it Ovski, but then we have a player called Wondolowski. It's kind of spelled the same way, but it's Americanized in the way you pronounce it. So same thing with Pulisic. We're going to be pronouncing it that way from now on. But a few things to look at in the office. It looks like player returning from injury. It is DeSevio Payne. It's good to see him back. We've definitely been missing him in our back line. Speaking of US men's national team, he played for the under-23s the same day Pulisic made his debut, and he actually lost to Colombia, and we were able to advance to the Olympics, which is a bit upsetting, but either way, Chesterfield, are we actually going to play this game? I'm actually going to find out. I'm going to look at the calendar, and I'll see you guys in a second. So, looking at the league table in our upcoming fixtures, we are definitely going to be playing this game against Chesterfield. They do sit in 10th in the league, so getting a win here wouldn't be too shabby at all, especially for our progress in the league. If we get a win here, we'd obviously be up to 36 points, and if any of the teams below us slip up, we'll be doing just fine and getting automatic promotion. But before we get into the game, we need to take a look at our side, and unfortunately, we can't go with our first team because of fitness issues, so we're going to have to be playing with our second team. We're going to take out Armand Otawildo since he is low on fitness. We'll play Mukiele there. He can technically play right back, and he does have a 3-star weak foot, so I wouldn't mind playing him at left back. And then Marcus THURAM is low on fitness, so we're going to have to take him out. Let's move Robert up, because we do have a lot of midfielders, and then Harry Winks is full on fitness anyway, so that's perfect. We'll play him right there. So this is our team for this game, and this is theirs. Don't really recognize anyone. Ebanks Blank I recognize. Ebanks Blake, not Ebanks Blank. That is a little bit different. They do have Jaboli Arayibi, who is another American, but I didn't see him on their bench, and he's not in their starting 11, so we're not going to have to be dealing with him in this game. But one thing I want to know from you guys before we get into the game itself, first off, remember to vote for the player of the episode at the end of the episode. I need to remind you guys now because some people do forget to vote. But the other thing is, who do we sign in January? Because come next episode, we'll probably hit the January transfer window, and I'm not going to be recording the next episode till next week, a few days after this one goes live. So who do you guys want to sign? Maybe Kellen Acosta to shore up our midfield. He can play on the wings as well, in the wing back positions, I should say. Or maybe sign another center back in Cameron Carter-Vickers, maybe a goalkeeper in Ethan Horvath. You guys said to sign a few Americans, so there's 3 American suggestions right there. Is there anyone else you guys want to see me sign, though? Let me know down in the comments below. I should also remind you guys that we're probably going to be selling Jonathan Obika as well, so we could obviously trade him for one of those players I just mentioned. Maybe bring in a different striker like Aldo Kalulu, maybe. I did a player review on him on my channel before if you guys have missed that. He's a great little player, especially for Road to Glory career mode, so maybe him as well. Ooh. Their striker pushing past all of our defenders, takes a shot from range, and Vigouroux's there to make the save. From range, Vigouroux, thank you for making that save. Usually you're a little bit sloppy at the back, but nice work. There's O'Neal playing through Simons. Simons on the right. Trying to cross. Bronco can't close him down. They whip it in. Oh my god. That had some thunder behind it, but he skies it. Unbelievably, Mauro Diaz, the 1-star weak foot scout future star, actually has some pretty good free kick stats, so we're going to give him a go from 35 yards out and see if he can score for us, not from us, and it was a decent effort to be fair. Doty, cutting inside, finesse shot, Kasim, you blocked our own player's shot, really? And then Obika from the rebound, can't place that one in. Find him, Adua, into Kasim, Kasim cutting in, finesse shot, another block inside the box, this time from one of their players, not one of ours. Robert from the rebounds on the half volley. Was an awful attempt. From the corner, 90th minute, Harry Winks. Can you get us the winner? He finds Bronco, the center back. Bronco, the center back's going to find Fabian Robert. Second bite of the cherry after his last failed shot. And unfortunately, he can't score from it. They're going to push forward. The ref should be blowing his whistle now, but they're not going to. They're going to give them one last attack. Harrison on the ball, trying to whip this one across. Goes cross field. Kasim clears it. Ref, blow your whistle, please. Any day now, there we go. 0-0 the final score. Very boring game. I swear, throughout maybe 3/4 of that game, I was just sitting there like wanting to bang my head against my desk because absolutely nothing was happening. To be fair, it has been a while since I've played this career mode. I think maybe 2 weeks, well, about a week since I recorded the last episode of this series, and I'm not really used to lower league football, so might take me a little bit to adjust. It was a very even game though, could have gone either way, so maybe a draw is a fair result. I just remembered I forgot to look at the player ratings after that game, so I do apologize. Nothing happened in that game though, so you'll have to take the next game we play into account in regards to who will be the player of the episode. But looking at the league table, we did get 1 point from that game, obviously, and it put us on 34 points, which is nice because it still puts us ahead of Peterborough in the league for an automatic promotion spot. And we are coming up against Crew Alexandra next, who do sit in 18th. So of course, we are going to be simulating this game. We are at home as well, so it'll hopefully help us get the win in this game. Pretty much our normal starting 11, as I said before, a great team at that. Let's skip once we hit the 25th minute. I don't think I've ever skipped that early. It's usually in the second half. They score, 25th minute, please. We actually lose to the team that sits in 18th in the league. That's horrendous. We just need to forget that that ever happened by going into another training session. THURAM, Pulisic, and Harry Winks, of course, the three that we're training. THURAM going up to his next rating despite only getting a C and a D. And as with the last simulation, we're coming up against a team that sits in 18th place. This time, Oldham Athletic, we're away from home. Maybe that will help us this time, and as I say that, they score. This is just ridiculous. We're coming up against teams that sit in the bottom of the table or near the bottom of the table, and we can't get results against them. Mauro Diaz, of course, our scout feature star, equalizing things in the 43rd. Let's skip once we hit the 65th. 2-1 the final score. Fabian Robert playing up at striker, getting us the winner. So I was torn as to whether or not I wanted to play this game. I don't want to simulate too many, but at the same time, it's in the FA Cup, which if we win will give us money, but at the same time, we're coming up against Port Vale, and I don't really care about cup competitions, so we might as well simulate this game. We are actually taking them on in next week's game, I think, or maybe in 2 weeks' time as well in the league, but they're looking like they're going to be knocking us out of this competition, which actually helps because it will allow us to play with our first team more often in league play since we won't have cup competitions to worry about, messing up our schedule, of course, so don't really care too much about losing that game. It knocks us out of a competition. We'll still get money for it, I do believe. If we head over to the office, no, we do not get any money from that. That's a bit disappointing, but either way, I'm happy we're out of that competition as we are now in December. Actually, we're in December for the last game. What am I talking about? Either way, we're going to go ahead and get into a training session once again before our next game that we're going to be playing, which will be the final game of the episode as well. And any good results? Yes, we get an A, a B, a C, a D. Well, we've got pretty much everything you can get except an F. Can't really complain about that. And the final game of the episode that we are going to be playing is up against Colchester in the league. They, of course, do sit 5th in the league. They're 3 points behind us, so a win here would be crucial for them, but for us, we want to further ourselves from the rest of the pack and stay in one of the top 2 spots. So a win here is vital for both sides. It's a huge game. Let's go take a look at both sides. Here is our team for this game. It's our normal starting 11 as per usual. Abdullah actually started in our last game that we played with our first team. He gets dropped for Harry Winks. And as for Colchester, we played them earlier this season, I do believe. They do have the beast himself, Ella Kobe, who has one of the highest strength ratings in the game, and then Marvin Sordell up front. Those are like the only 2 people I recognize, but this is a big game. Hopefully we can get the win. Nicky Iose, surround the box, cuts it back, finds Harry Winks. Why not have a shot from range? That had some venom behind it. And THURAM gets the rebound, but unfortunately he was offside. Briggs playing through. Marvin Sordell back to Briggs in the box. That's a beautiful ball over to Massey. And they're ahead 1-0 after we should have been ahead 1-0. Here's a look at the replay. Sordell playing it back. They whip it in. Who was that at center back that just ran away? That was DeSevio Payne. It wasn't even a center back. Look, he ran away from the man that was making a run in the box. I don't know what he was doing. Christian Pulisic. THURAM is, I'm not sure if he was offside or there. I probably could have played him in. Nicky Iose in the box. Nicky Iose trying to get a shot off. It finds Christian Pulisic. He tries to take a shot. Wasn't a great effort. Iose. Marcus THURAM trying to beat their defender here. Does beautifully with the drag back, tries to shoot, smashes it past the keeper. 1-1, we're right back in this. Marcus THURAM is just a beast. He has really stepped up his play recently after I criticized him for being a little bit of a disappointment to start off with, but after he's gotten used to the club and used to the team, he has stepped up his form, and he does it again here, scoring a goal to level it at 1-1. Iose trying to find Marcus THURAM going down the gap. I don't trust him with his pace, so he waits for it. Finds Lewis Thompson cutting in the box. Maybe a finesse shot? No. The defender blocks it. Mukiele. Marcus THURAM making a nice run down that left-hand side. He was calling for it as well. We find him. Beautiful work with his feet. Oh my god, like he doesn't even have the highest of dribbling, but he's skinning people alive. Go. Take the shot. God, no. Swindon taking a shot from range. Luckily, that was just over the bar because I don't think Vigouroux had a chance of saving it. That's a good ball in, to be fair. Swindon to Massey. Massey couldn't get his brace. Falls to Ambrose to Gilby from range. Puts it over. Lewis Thompson. He's got space. Play through THURAM, who also has space, but he couldn't get the shot off. I wanted him to take it first time because I knew his touch was going to be horrific. We're just going to pass it around. There's not much time left anyway, so we're probably not going to get another attack. Doesn't look like they are either. And yep, that's how it finishes. 1-1 the final score. A little bit boring of a second half, but that's how it ends anyway. Not really the most exciting of episodes. I do apologize for that, but sometimes that just happens. 6 shots, 5 on target for us. Looks like we probably did deserve the win in that game, and yes, I did remember to look at the player ratings this time round. DeSevio Payne actually getting man of the match. Did he have an assist? He didn't even have an assist. What did he do? 7 out of 8 passes completed, 6 out of 7 dribbles completed, 0 crosses, 3 out of 3 tackles won. Don't really know why he was man of the match in this game. THURAM I thought was brilliant. 7.3 match rating for him, so it's probably going to be DeSevio, THURAM, Lewis Thompson with a 7.2, and then Nicky Iose in the running for player of the episode. So be sure to do that right now in the top right of your screen. But other than that, guys, this is where I'm going to end off the video. If you did enjoy, a like would be absolutely awesome. 80 likes is going to be the goal for this episode. And other than that, guys, I've been TRayALLDay or Tyler, and I'll catch you guys next time.